Okay, here we are. We're just out of Palmer. I'm just going to check out Nigel Bunyips Wilson's old property, the old homestead. Have a look how beautiful this land is. Look at that. You'll be pleased to know, Nige, no wind farms yet. Hopefully it never happens. How could you spoil such a beautiful property like this with a bloody wind farm? Okay, I'll take you down closer. Nests, peregrine falcons, hawks, galahs, corellas, yeah, sulphur crested, you name it. The wildlife around here is beautiful. And yep, we go hunting as well. We used to go hunting for wabbits and hares, and used to do all right too. Nige used to supply the Greek festival with their hares. They love the hares, nice and big. A lot of around the place. Try not to give you too much wind noise. Yeah, Nige had 200 acres, absolutely beautiful prime land, mountain goat stuff. Okay. As this, they're going to have the Adelaide Hills Rally through here. So when is it? Next Sunday, Sunday the 18th, or Sunday fortnight. Okay. Here we go. We used to come up here in our Telstra vans. Hedgie used to bring his up. I used to come up with Russell Boyd. And yeah, we'd have a good time going out on the farm, heading up all these hills. Oh, we've got a tight section of road. Coming up through the gap. This is like coming into a Wild West. You can imagine where it's like the hole in the wall gang would hang out. Got to be careful of going too fast around these corners in the Telstra van. Been known to slide out over the sides. She can get wet and slippery. Look at that. They do rock climbing up this way as well. That's where the falcons' nests are. Hedgies. See this waterway here? Hedgies come flying around here in his Telstra van, and he's ended up over the side in there. Nige had to go and get the full drive and drag him back out. But yeah, this is, have a look at that. It's like the hole in the wall gang. Used to love coming up here. Kangaroos, you had to watch out for them. There's a bit of their eagle shit coming out the walls. And they do their rock climbing all along here. You see, it's pretty wild stuff. Rock up the top looks like it's ready to fall. And yeah, unbeknownst to me, for over 100 years, way back in the early 1900s, Karen's dad, Mark's Kretschmer, his family were all from up this way, and yeah, they were in the homestead just up the road from Nigel's. that's his property there. That's his hill. Goes right up through there, right along. Flying through here. It's a rally. Now, all along this valley here, we used to drive along that fence line out in the distance, in the old bongo vans and the Telstra vans as well, and all along that valley right up through there. Lots and lots of rabbits. So foxes as well, only one or two though, because Nige used to keep them down. Just over the back here is the dam. Can't go and show you the dam. We've got private property keep out, probably Nigel's old signs, brand new lock on it, Nige. And yeah, the homestead, you can just see the roof over there. So we'll go further down. Don't know if we'll get shot at, but we can only hope. They were going to put windmills like right up the top there, so that's only 700 meters from Nigel's homestead. He was going to have 43 decibels of noise 24 hours a day while that thing was humming, and they were going to be all along this ridge down there, and he was going to, they wanted to put two on his property down the back. So no wonder he went troppo, and yeah, it's the last thing he wanted, to destroy the peace and serenity of a place like this where you've lived for 25 years, I think he had the property, and they were just going to come and whack it up. Oh, I think I would have blown up a few of them windmills myself. Okay, Nigel's property went right up through there, right up to the back of the hill. So this is his fence line. That's the neighbour's sheep. As you can hear them bleating away. But yeah, we used to get a few kangaroos in there. This is the part where there was lots of hares. He had lucerne all growing all through this part of the property. Used to water it all, had all the sprinkler system. Right up the top there on the hill was all acacia bushes. When the cattle got loose, oh, someone's got a horse, the people there now has got a horse. He had about 20 cattle up the top there, and these things had been growing for about 20 years, and the cattle just destroyed it, as cattle do. Looks like there's some old cars still around the property. Don't know if they're Nigel's, because he would have cleaned up most of it. There's the property. Beautiful homestead it was. Bit tricky getting in there in the winter time. Used to flood. There's an old jag up there. Can't really see. Yeah. The Gap. Oh, 91 the Gap. Gap Road, that is. And see what we can see over the back here. No, I just love it. He was from the bush, so out at Streaky, so he had all sorts of menagerie at home, cattle and geese. His kids had horses, had motorbikes. What can we see through here? The old barn, sheds. Can't really see too much because of the bushes. There's the old barn. Can we get a shot of the barn? Yep, there's the old barn. Nige kept a few of his old cars that he collected in there. He had a Capri, a few Fords, XAs, older model Fords. Loved his utes. We had plenty of barn dancers in there. We had the old golf tournament where we'd go right up on the top of that hill and smack balls down as far as we could hit them off of a rock. So yeah, the old clubs, yeah, they didn't last too long. They got destroyed as well. So see what we can see back here. Yeah, just he had some cattle yards there and grids and everything. I think he sold all that off when he had to move. But yeah, it was a magnificent property. It was a crying shame, but not much you can do about it. Okay, this is coming away from the property. As you can see, they were going to put wind farms on top of all this. Magnificent view. Sit one up the top there. How could you do that? How could anyone in their right mind do such crap? Oh, they don't have to live out here. It would just spoil everything. It's going to be good for the rally though. We used to have our own rallies through here in Telstra vans. If only they knew. I've been hunting a fox, trying to get a foxtail for me Telstra van. Oh, it must have been for the best part of probably 2 years. Even saw a fox right in the heart of the city coming home one night at midnight. Here it is, be careful coming through here, kabang! And finally Ray and I were coming through one night, we were heading home. Sure enough, bang, there's a fox. Pulled out the old 22. Got him dead. So then I had my foxtail up on the Telstra van. Must have been for another good probably 2 years. And then some manager, she said, that's not Telstra issue, you've got to take that off. I told her it took me 2 years to get the bloody thing. I'm not taking it off. If you want it off, you go and take it off yourself. And then I was working in Sydney in 1999, I think it was. Drove to Melbourne, then was going up the Hume. We went through a big rainstorm. Yeah, lost the foxtail then, just snapped off at the knuckles. But I had it there as a trophy for a while. Okay. Alrighty, here we have the Palmer Hotel. It's right on the turn off where we head to Murray Bridge. It goes right down to the back of where that Stobie pole is, I think it is, or maybe even a bit more. Nige used to call it the Bear Rock Hotel. They've changed it back for to the Palmer. It was a great place. Many a drunken night in there. Nige used to get it pumping. He did very well. It was a great meeting place for the whole town, as country hotels are. Look at that little shady spot outside under the tree. They also did the hot rod shows here in town, and they were lined up hot rods all the way down the main street here. So it used to be all blocked off. You could only walk down. You had to get around town anyway, other way you could. But yeah, it was a great place. The old Palmer Hotel. And here it is, the famous Bear Rock. It's a bit of a rocky outcrop. I reckon it's in the shape of a bear. Whenever, or polar bear I think it's supposed to be, whenever there's a team from around here wins the grand final, or a netball team, anything like that, they come out here middle of the night and they paint it in their colours. Then Nige tells me there's a bloke who comes out and he paints it all white again. So that's the story behind the Bear Rock. Can't imagine there would have been windmills all around here. The McLaughlins, Gil McLaughlin, Hamish McLaughlin, and I think there was another two boys. They were all born and raised a little bit further down the road, down by Mount Pleasant Way, and they were against having all the windmills up here. And yeah, don't know whether they got little brown paper bags given to them to forget about it and carry on, but it would have been an absolute disgrace to see it up here. Hopefully it never ever happens and the bear can live in peace all by himself.